Students, I hope you are having, or had, depending on when you watch this, a great spring break. It is Tuesday of spring break week, and I wanted to go ahead and get ahead of this video so that you knew what you were doing and what the plan was for Tuesday, March 21st. Again, just a reminder that that is the day that I will still be gone on my trip, and so we will have class remotely. So sorry, I just got back from a long walk. It's a little windy outside. I'm sorry. I should have fancied myself up a little bit. So I wanted to take this opportunity to do a video to get you started on a couple different assignments so you knew what was due for the week, and then jump to next week for another assignment. So you may want to use the time on Tuesday to work on these assignments so you'll have what you need here. So for week 9, our week after spring break, again, I want to make sure you understand on Tuesday, March 21st, our class will be remote, and I'll tell you what that looks like in a little bit. But I will be back, and we will have class together face-to-face on Thursday. So week after spring break, Tuesday remote, Thursday back face-to-face. Missing you. I look forward to seeing you on that Thursday. So for week 9, we're covering chapter 9, and I mentioned last week that we're moving into adolescence. So there's a lot to kind of unload and unpack when it comes to adolescence. So this week you will have, and I'm in my view, so these should not be showing on yours. You can see they're hidden. Don't have a green check, but I know sometimes that happens. So ignore those. They're not assigned. Hopefully they're not showing on your end. It's just in my view. But you'll have a Connect assignment on chapter 9, which is a sexual activity in adolescence Connect assignment, and then your chapter 9 post-test, and then a impact of internet use and social media in adolescence. So all of these assignments aren't due until Sunday, but let's talk about what that is. So in this chapter, we'll be talking actually in adolescence, how technology is changing the landscape for developmental issues during any stage of life, but here looking at adolescence. And so many adolescents are so just connected to a screen, and they're getting information from the outside world through that screen. So a little spin on that is just to give some extra thought to what that looks like. So you can kind of read through this. I won't read through everything up here, but you can see the goal of this assignment is to really bring you student learning outcome number 3 and talk about personal behavior and issues around sexual activity, substance abuse, marriage, and parenting. So I want you to keep a media diary for just one day. So you can choose any day this week. You have until Sunday when this is due. And I want you to choose the 3 social media apps that you use the most and track how much time you spend. This isn't for me to judge you like, I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe she's looking at that. It's more about a reflection for you. So, I try to stay relevant, but I know, apps change all the time. So maybe it's Be Real these days or Snapchat or whatever you're using the most. And kind of, list them out here and how much time you're spending in there. And that can look at like any format you want to type that out and upload it. And then once you've tracked for a day and you've been honest about the time that you've spent in those, if maybe it's, you're not so much on apps as you are on video games. If you don't do any social media presence, that's fine. Look at your text messaging, just kind of look at your contact throughout the day on your phone is what I'm looking for, okay? And then best answer these 3 questions. And it's almost like a journal, where there's not a right or wrong answer. I'm just really trying to have you kind of reflect and think about your own social media use, your own online presence, and what that's like. And then that way, when we start having conversations about what this might look like for adolescents, at least you're starting with the viewpoint of what it's like from yourself. Maybe you're not in adolescence anymore. Maybe you are, but the point is that you're coming from a place of like, oh, I've kind of done this and I've kind of looked at this and I can see how it influences even myself. I do this. When I make this assignment, I do this assignment just to reflect and kind of get a pulse on what even my social media looks like in my middle-aged life. So that's what I'm asking for here. There's no format requirements. You can make this creative. You can put it in PowerPoint format if you want to have fun with it. This is not APA. There shouldn't be any citations. So hopefully that's pretty straightforward there. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions. I am now going to scroll down to week 10. So this next assignment is not due until April 2nd. So it's not due the week after spring break, it's due the following week. But I wanted to go ahead and introduce it to you. So if you want to take the time to work on it when we have remote class, or to look at it and have questions about it when we have our remote class, you can do that. Okay? So you get to go out into the SAC database, and I always recommend using PsycArticles. And on Thursday, I'll show you in class together how to search for that. I bet most of you have and know how to do that, but I'll do a refresher when we're face-to-face on how to search for that article. But find any article, any peer-reviewed article, and if you use PsycArticles, those are all peer-reviewed, that speaks to a developmental topic. So you can go all the way back to prenatal development and remember teratogens, and you're very interested in something you read there, use that. Maybe it's in adolescence where we are now and you want to, search something in adolescence. Maybe you're interested in something in late adulthood, and even though we're not there yet, it can be there. The point is it can be any topic related to developmental psychology. So I always think it's easier to kind of think about the age group that you're interested in and then look at specific topics within that age group, okay? Read the peer review article and then analyze the article using these questions. Now, excuse me, you may have an answer for all 7 that I've provided, and you think of 2 others that you want to discuss that aren't listed here. Maybe your article doesn't provide information on question number 4, so you're gonna kind of interpret that in a way. My point is that these are kind of a basis for questions to use when you're analyzing your article. But the truth is that because the articles are so diverse and you're all probably going to be using a different article, I don't want to hold you to these. So you're not in your first psychology course, so you know how to do this. Just tell me what you learned from the article, basically, what the research question was, who the participants were, what did the researchers learn from that assignment, and really kind of that last part is like, what do you think about it? Does it tell us something? Should they have done research differently? Just analyze, critique that article. So for this, the big thing is to make sure that you provide the APA reference for the article that you used for this study. And I will be checking APA format on it, so make sure that you pay attention to putting it in proper APA format. You don't have to have a separate references page for this. You can put, since you're just having one reference, since you're just searching one article, it can just be at the end. Again, not APA format throughout the paper or, questions here that you're answering. Just the reference is what I'm looking for in APA format. Again, it's really hard for me to put a length or a word count on this assignment because the articles are going to be so different that you're using. I would probably assume you want it to be at least at a minimum a page typed double space. That's just kind of a guideline though, okay? Yours may need to be longer. Maybe you have a shorter article, but I'm looking for you being thorough in your learning from what you read in the research article, as well as critiquing and analyzing the article. So again, this assignment is not due until early April, but I wanted to go ahead and do it, give it to you in this video. So if you want to work ahead on that. So I have gone over the social media tracking that is due on March 26th, right here in your week 9 module, and then just going ahead and looking ahead in the week 10 module, the critical analysis. And I'll be back with you way before that is due, so we'll talk about it a little bit more in class. So the plan for Tuesday, March 21st, when I am gone, is I am going to be in Zoom. I'm not going to try to hold a lecture. I'm really giving you a work day so you can work on your Connect assignments, maybe take the quiz, your impact of internet use in social media, or that critical analysis journal article assignment that I just spoke about. So you can choose. I will be in Zoom for you to pop in and just say hi and ask any questions that you may have, okay? So please let me know. I'm sorry, I meant to point out, but I just wanted you to realize that your social media tracking and the critical analysis of a scholarly journal article is all part of that lifespan project that I have you do. Remember, we've been working on it all throughout the semester, and there's different parts. So both of these go into that grade. And if you are your honors students, but if you're an honors student that is seeking a capstone project and you're going to use my developmental psychology course to do that capstone project in, traditionally, this is how it starts. So students are, researching, finding a peer-reviewed article for this critical analysis that we will kind of catapult into a capstone project. So just FYI there, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you may not be to the capstone yet for honors recognition, and don't worry about that. So you just do the critical analysis for now. So I hope that helps. I am going to put all of this in an announcement right now, along with the link for Zoom. And then I will send a reminder email probably on Monday, the day before we do the Zoom. So again, the Zoom is for you just to kind of come in quickly, check in, ask any questions. But I really want you to use that time to get ahead on some of these assignments. And I hope that is everything. Miss you guys.